We are finally going to do something with these Meyer lemons off our tree in the greenhouse. So these beautiful lemons we have been using, putting in water and different things. You can see I've only got 5 left, but I'm not going to let any of them go to waste. So I'm going to show you how to preserve your own lemon juice. The first thing you want to do is I want to rinse them off obviously, but then you can run some warm water. If you're going to be juicing these by hand with like a citrus juicer that you're going to push down on, or maybe you don't even have one of those and you're going to cut these and squeeze them. If you soak them in warm water for a few minutes, that will make your job much easier. Another option before you juice your lemons, you're just trying to separate the things inside, is you can take it and you can roll it and put some pressure on your cabinet and kind of start breaking things up in there, get the juices flowing, for lack of a better word, and that'll help you out as well. So there's several different ways, like I said, that you can juice these. That'll be up to you depending on what you have. There's citrus juicers that are as simple as it looks like a little dish with a point in the middle that you then kind of rub this on and it'll juice it for you. Like I said, you can just squeeze and juice it. You probably won't get all the juice out. You can use a juicer, which is what I'm gonna do today. Several different ways, and there's pros and cons to each way. Some ways are gonna leave you with pulp, which you could then strain out. Some ways are not. So like I said, I'm gonna use a juicer, and you just make a decision based on what you have available to you. One word of advice, the way I did it with using a mechanical juicer, that is you're going to have some of the pulp and things in there, and you're also juicing that lemon zest, which is the outside peeling. You do that when you juice all kinds of fruits and things if you don't peel them. There's people that want to peel them and there's people that don't mind. I'm one of those that doesn't mind. I'm not necessarily going to use this for a substitute for lemon juice. I'm mainly going to use it to just put in water and maybe make some lemonade and things like that. I'm not necessarily going to use it for like canning or anything like that, but you might want to keep that in mind. You could always do a different method if you don't want it to be yellowy and have the lemon zest in there. You could try to peel it, get some of that peeling off, or just whatever you choose to do. At this point, you have a few options on how to preserve this, because fresh lemon juice won't keep more than a few days or to a few weeks in your fridge, just like this, if you just stick that in your fridge. If you plan to use it right away, you're done. You can just put it in the fridge and start using it. But if you want to preserve it for use later, you have a couple options. Plain old-fashioned ice cube trays work just fine, and most of them will hold about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, so that's just a reference point for you when you thaw them out and use them in recipes or whatever you plan to do with them. These are some silicone molds I had. These would work perfect as well. Pour it in there, put it on a cookie sheet, freeze it. It's not going to freeze as hard as an ice cube. It's going to be a little bit pliable, but then you can take them out of these or your ice cube trays, pop them in a Ziploc bag and pop them in your freezer, and they will keep for a long time. Option number 2, you'll know this is my favorite olive oil company, Squeezitos. I'm actually going to take you to visit them really soon, but this would be a perfect bottle. This has a cork in it. You could fill this up with lemon juice, and then for every quart of lemon juice you put in here, you put in 1 ounce of cream of tartar as a preservative. This is an old way that dates back years and years and years and years, when they were bringing groceries over on ships and things like that to preserve it. So you would put the cream of tartar in here, 1 ounce per quart of lemon juice, let that kind of settle, and then you would fill the neck of this bottle very gently with olive oil, and that olive oil would form a barrier. You do not shake it, because you'll shake the lemon juice and olive oil together, but that olive oil will form a barrier. Put a cork in it, and then that will last you a long time. I don't have an exact date, but like I said, that is like kind of like an old wives' tale. It lasted a long time to get food over here. So that's option number 2. I'm not doing that one either. The third and final way that we are going to talk about preserving lemon juice is what we're going to actually do today. So I have some half-pint jars here. You could use half pints. These hold a cup, or you could use pints. Those will hold obviously 2 cups. Get your jars good and clean, and then we are just going to fill them up to within 1/4 inch of the top. The less air in there is going to be the best. I have just a tad left, so we'll add that to some water or something later. So we are just going to put clean lids on there. Tighten the lids finger tight. And we're going to put them down in a hot water bath. Last step is when your water is up to a full rolling boil, hot water bath it for 5 minutes. And so that is it. That's how easy it is to make your own lemon juice. So if you have excess lemons, maybe you've purchased or maybe you've grown them, that gives you some options on what to do with them. After they have hot water bath for 5 minutes, just take them out, let them rest until they're sealed good, and then they will keep for years canned like I've done them on your canning shelf. So that is a long-term storage option, as well as the freezing. I think that's a pretty good option as well. I do want to stress that if you think that lemon peels being juiced in it has a bitter flavor, because some people do, people's tastes are all different. I like the taste of it. It's a thicker lemon juice, but you would definitely want to juice it a different way or peel your lemons. But that is totally up to you and your preferences. I hope this has given you a simple way to preserve your lemons, and I will see you on the next one. God bless.